Hello viewers, this is Wahida from Toronto, Canada. So today is Saturday and this is morning and I'm trying to prepare my breakfast. As this is weekend, I feel like making some breakfast that will make me full, but at the same time I'm trying to make something that is healthy. So usually I prefer low carb breakfast. Who doesn't like to have breakfast with typical English or a Bengali breakfast with bread, porota, and fried vegetables, fried egg. You might find this one interesting. Today I'm going to make some vegetables, sauteed vegetables, and the fried egg. So I collected some vegetables from my garden, zucchini and tomatoes. So I'm gonna chop them and prepare them for my breakfast sauteed vegetables. So one thing I found is for healthy eating, it's so important for all of us. And one part of healthy eating is choosing the healthy ingredient and healthy food. And the second option is the amount that we choose to eat. And the third part that we should always take care is how we prepare our food or process our food. So it is always healthy to have something that is homemade and made from the scratch. So and also it also depends on your your age, your physical condition, and are you do you have any comorbidities. And healthy eating is important for everyone. So but especially if we are suffering some sorts of like chronic illness, then we have to be very more careful so that we don't get worse day by day. Our condition doesn't get worse day by day. So I'm chopping, as you said, I just chopped zucchini. Then I'm going to add some tomatoes, but two small sized tomatoes I took. One is ripened and one is not ripened, green tomatoes. So it will have low glycemic index if it is not. Tomato has lots of sugar, so you have to actually add the minimum amount if possible. Okay, I took very small two tomatoes that are very small. But I prefer to have good breakfast in the morning because it will keep you that full for a significant amount of time. Then you can go directly from breakfast to lunch without any snacks in between. So one of the thing I always make sure that I never overcook my food, because if we overcook our vegetables, then we might lose some of the important nutrition from our vegetables. And some of the vegetables also contain lots of sugar. For example, vegetables that comes from that are root vegetables like carrots, potatoes. So try to avoid them as much as possible, especially if you are suffering diabetes or pre-diabetic or trying to stay in a good shape. one more important thing I would like to say: when you choose your the oil, try to choose the a good or quality oil, but make sure that this oil is not, you don't overcook your oil. Okay, I saw many people, they use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, but again they cook the oil, they heat the oil so high. I'm not sure, because it's not that stable that you can burn your oil or heat the oil so high. So when you use good fat, try not to burn them. Try to keep it warm, and then pour your vegetables in it, or whatever, and add your vegetables in a warm well. Don't try to burn them. Now I'm chopping some mushroom. These I just bought from the store, some good mushroom. Mushroom is very healthy too. So these all three ingredients I'm going to add to my vegetables: zucchini, then tomatoes and mushroom. I'm trying to chop some coriander leaf, and then I will add some garlic. You can add according to your choice. You can add some onions or other kind of herbs if you have, but I had coriander leaf, and I'm gonna add some green chilies and some garlics. I just ignore the onion. If you want, you can add some ginger too. There's no harm. These are very healthy, has lots of antioxidant and good nutrition. Small thing sometimes contain lots of, these are full of nutrition. We need to think a different way of cooking. We shouldn't use traditional cooking for everyday meal. What I mean by traditional cooking, that what we learn from our generation to generation, from our grandparents, from our mother, father, we have to understand that our lifestyle has changed too. For example, our mother's time, they had to do lots of work manually, right? They need. So nowadays we don't do this anymore, right? We depend on machine. Our life is more machine and sedentary. For example, we wash our clothes in the washer and dryer, and then we use some powder spice. We don't have to make any paste manually at home anymore. And then what do we do? Like, we buy stuff like don't do that much work at home. So then our cooking style should be change, so that we don't add too much calorie to our food. Okay, so I'm using here extra virgin olive oil, but although this is a very good oil, but you have to limit the amount you are add to your curry or your food, because these contain calories, right? Oil has when it break down, it release more calories than carbs or the protein. As we know, 1 gram of fat release 9 calorie after breakdown, in comparison to carbs and protein. 1 gram of carbs and 1 gram of protein release only 4 calories. And then I add all these vegetables. I didn't heated my oil a lot. I just warm it up. and then add these vegetables. Then I'll add some spice, turmeric, a little bit, the salt and black pepper, just for taste. I don't need to add any water because these vegetables already have lots of waters and tomatoes, and it's gonna release the water from its flesh. I'm I also trying to add some black pepper. Sometimes due to the inappropriate cooking process, we make our healthy food completely unhealthy. We have to change our cooking style. I mean, we have to. It is important that we enjoy our tradition, our way of cooking, but it's not for everyday food. You have to everyday. You need to make the cooking simple. Then you will love to cook. If you make the cooking business a very hard job, then you have lots of other things to do, right? So make the cooking business simple, okay? So make it simple and tasty. When you add ingredient and a good and healthy ingredient, and make this cooking very simple, like boiling or sauteing, not the deep fried, then you will see that the original taste will remain, preserved in the food, and you will feel the taste. So it might, for some people it might take a little time, but speak the truth, I used to cook the traditional way. It took lots of time and unnecessary, hassle every day, and it is not healthy when we burn our food, or the cook overcooked, then actually the original nutrition we lost from our food. So we should be careful, and we should think about how we can make our food nutritious, not only by selecting the better ingredient, but also the process, modifying the process, okay, so that we keep the nutrients in the food. Now, because as I said, I for myself, I like to have low carb diet. So I use almond milk to make my coffee. But if you are okay, you can use any milk, regular milk, to make your coffee. So I'm just using the almond milk to make my coffee. And another thing, I don't add sugar to my coffee. I never add sugar to my coffee because it tastes better. But if you can try to avoid it, you can do that. I'm sure that you can do that, and it's the practice and habit. I used to take lots of sugar. Nowadays I don't take it, and it never bother me. So you see, I keep the original video. I cut the little portion of the video just to show you that how little time I cooked it. I only cook for a couple of minutes just to make them soft. But ensure that you wash them very well, okay? You wash them very well, vegetables, so that there is no, the dirt or soil in it. But when you cook it, make sure you don't overcook. You need to boil just to kill the germs and so that the food reach to a certain temperature to kill all the germs. this part I'm going to show you how I fry when I in this part I'm frying my egg. If you want, you can eat the whole egg. Usually a couple of days per week, like 3-4 days, I eat the whole egg. That include the egg yolk and the egg white. But now I'm just today I'm trying to make egg fries, and I'm just I'm just having my egg white. So I bought a egg white from store, but if you want, you just can use your own egg. But when I take my egg white, nobody in my home will have the egg yolk, so it may be wasted. So I don't want to waste my egg yolk, so I just prefer buying the egg white separately. So the day I want to eat my egg white, I use this different brand of egg white. It is easily available in the supermarkets. So as before, I just use a non-stick pan, and I use very tiny, like 1 teaspoonful of olive oil, or you can use the butter, it's up to you. And then I'm just adding more vegetables to it, some coriander leaves and some black pepper and a little bit garlic to it. If you chop it fine, it should be okay. It will automatically, if you put other vegetables and finely chopped vegetables, you can do so. So egg white omelette that I'm going to prepare today is very healthy. It's mainly, it contains the protein, and it doesn't have the egg yolk part, but egg yolk is also very healthy. But some of you may not like to have egg yolk every day. It's up to you. So when I boiled my egg, I always I prefer not to eat every day egg yolk. So basically you might think why I'm showing this video, like where I'm making some bhaji and some fried vegetables and some egg omelette, just to show you that how little oil I used in this typical food that we eat every day. We can to make an egg fry, you can pour your oil and then fry the egg. It might taste much better than the way I am cooking, but speak the truth, I'm having very delicious breakfast, and it looks so healthy. It's never greasy, and it doesn't has I'm not deliberately adding extra calories, okay? So we try to reduce the calorie, but at the same time I'm enjoying my meal, which is very delicious. So viewers, that was the intention of my video, to share this breakfast with you. I feel this is very, very healthy. So let me know, and make nice comments, and provide your feedback on my video, and how you make your breakfast healthy. Once in a while I also go to the Tim Horton, and I grab coffee. I love their coffee, but I try not to add a donut or on a daily regular basis. But sometimes I feel the on a daily regular basis, but sometimes I feel the cravings, and then I try to take the Timbits, try to choose amount than the large portion, right? Portion size is important, and what you are eating, the selection of food is very important. At the same time, the process of cooking is very, very important, okay? Thank you for watching my video, and now I'm going to have my wonderful healthy breakfast. Thank you. Thanks, and you have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend.